Have you ever wondered why some people who get hit by a tractor trailer or large truck seem to get crazy amounts of money for their case? But then there's other people who get hit by a semi-truck but don't get paid that much at all? Well, the reason that some people get big money if a truck hits them is because they figured something out that allows them to focus on the areas that get them the best settlement. And in this video, I'm going to show you how truck accident claims really work. I know this because I've been getting large truck accident payouts for the past 20 years. We're going to focus on the 10 things that stop you from getting a big settlement in your truck accident case. And I'll show you proven steps to increase your odds at getting a sizable payout. Let's look at the first mistake people make when they get hit by a truck. Many people who are in a truck accident are unsure whether they should go to the hospital or a doctor. The shock and adrenaline can mask serious injuries that could become apparent later. We all know that getting quick medical care protects your health. But there's a second reason to go to the hospital, urgent care, or a doctor. I'll use my real case to expose it. My client Mike was hit by an 18-wheeler. After the crash, he had shoulder pain, but it wasn't horrible. Mike refused paramedic treatment and didn't go to the hospital. Days after the crash, he went to the doctor. He had a shoulder joint tear and eventually he had surgery on it. But do you know what happened every day that he waited to go to the doctor after the truck hit him? The value of his case dropped. This is because the truck driver's insurance company will use your delay in getting treatment against you. They'll likely argue that your injuries aren't related to the wreck. They'll claim that if your injuries were related to the accident, you would have taken an ambulance to the hospital from the scene. That's what the trucking company's insurance adjuster did in Mike's case. But after a hard-fought battle, I settled Mike's case for $210,000. So avoid this mistake and get medical treatment fast if you need it. You may still be able to get a large settlement even if you didn't take an ambulance to the hospital or waited to go to the doctor. Avoiding this next mistake can prevent you from being stuck with a bill that you may not even know about. Let me explain. After your accident, the trucking company will likely report the accident to their insurance company. This is especially true if there was a lot of damage to the truck or your vehicle. This is because they want to get their truck fixed and they want to keep it on the road. That's how they make money. If your car was towed from the accident, quickly get your car out of the tow yard. This way you won't rack up enormous tow yard fees. Don't just sit back and hope the truck insurance company is going to pay to get your car out of the tow yard. They may fight your case and refuse to pay the tow yard storage bill. So avoid this mistake by quickly getting your car or other vehicle out of that tow yard. A huge amount of people hit by trucks make this third mistake, and it often costs them a large amount of money. If the truck driver that hit you got a ticket, sure, that's a good sign. But it doesn't mean the trucking company's insurer will automatically pay you. They're likely going to try to save costs as much as possible, which means paying you less. Your key is to gather as much evidence as possible. This includes photos of the accident scene, the vehicles involved, any visible injuries, and any relevant road conditions. Look for skid marks in any construction and take video of them. You can take pictures too. Quickly speak with witnesses and get their contact information. And if you're too injured or stressed to do these tasks, I recommend quickly speaking with and hiring a lawyer. Evidence is so important because that's how trucking insurance companies decide how much to pay you. They can only pay if they can substantiate the claim. The more detailed and comprehensive your documentation, the stronger your case will be. High-quality photos and witness statements can massively strengthen your position. You'll likely settle your claim for damage to your car early in the process. But if you're also hurt, you'll likely settle your injury claim long after you've gotten paid to fix your car. To explain one of the major differences between a case involving a semi-truck hitting you versus a car hitting you, imagine the following. There are two Olympic runners at the starting blocks waiting for the race to begin. The starter shoots the gun in the air. One runner stumbles and falls while the other gets off to a great start. Which runner are you going to bet wins the race? You're going to bet on the runner who didn't trip and fall. In a truck accident case, you're like the runner who fell. Trucking companies and their insurers have rapid response teams that get to the crash scene fast. Right after the crash, while you're stressed or in pain and unsure what to do, they're already gathering evidence. Sometimes the rapid response teams arrive at the wreck within just a few hours. So why do they send a rapid response team to the scene of a crash involving an 18-wheeler or large truck? They do it because the damages and injuries are often large. Simply put, there's much more money at stake, mucho dinero. Truck accident settlements and verdicts can be huge, but since the stakes are larger for the trucking insurer, they'll spend more money defending the case. And the last thing you ever want to do is rely on the trucking company's investigation. Their investigation will likely favor the driver and not you. So the third big mistake is not quickly and properly investigating your case. Hopefully you've reported the accident to the police. It's important for 3 reasons. First, it reduces the chance that the truck driver denies that they hit you. Second, the truck driver's insurance company is less likely to accuse you of staging the accident. Yes, unfortunately, some people fake accidents and everyone loses as a result. The third reason to report the wreck is it provides a timeline of the accident, including when 911 was called and when police arrived at the scene. This allows you to match up the truck driver's cell phone records to see if they were talking on the phone when the crash occurred. If they were, it can add sizable value to your case. So the fourth mistake is not reporting the truck wreck to the police. This next claim mistake is easy to avoid once you spot it. Truck insurance companies are businesses and their goal is to minimize payouts. They use many sneaky tactics to try to reduce the amount they owe you. For instance, the truck driver's insurance company might request a recorded statement from you. However, you are usually not required to provide this. This matters because recorded statements can and will be used against you. And watch out for the following insurance company trick. The trucking claims handler will tell you that they can't pay for the damage to your car unless you give a recorded statement. That is wrong. But since most trucking claim adjusters are nice, they may be counting on you to believe them. But now I know you'll avoid the mistake of giving a recorded statement to them. Avoiding this next mistake may get you a much larger settlement. The truck's motor carrier's insurance company will assign an insurance adjuster to your case. They are responsible for evaluating your claim and determining the payout. In big rig cases, the same adjuster usually handles both your property damage and injury claims. The adjuster will look at the police report, medical records, and any other relevant documentation. If you want to settle your claim for the maximum value without a lawsuit or trial, the adjuster's evaluation is critical. Being organized and providing thorough documentation can influence the adjuster's assessment positively. Your goal is to ensure that the adjuster sees your case as well documented and credible. Yet the sixth mistake that I see so often is not giving the adjuster everything they need to make you the best possible offer. Your claim will likely include different types of damage such as medical bills, lost wages, property damage, and pain and suffering. It's essential to have a clear understanding of what your injuries and damages are worth. This is because knowing the value of your claim helps you set realistic expectations and negotiate effectively. Medical bills and lost wages are usually easier to calculate than pain and suffering. You need to do everything you can to understand how much your injury is worth. So look at online court filings and see how much juries have awarded for your same injury. Don't be lazy. The most common question that I get is, how much is my case worth? If you're asking that question, I highly suggest speaking with and hiring a lawyer. Otherwise, a trucking claims adjuster will likely crush you negotiating. The eighth mistake is not spending the time to learn how much your injury is worth. One common reason claims are denied or settled for less is due to the information gap. That's the difference between what you know about your case and what the insurance company knows. Closing this gap is crucial. By providing your medical records, medical bills, witness statements, and any other relevant information that can support your claim to the adjuster, it closes the information gap. If you don't close the information gap, you're leaving money on the table. Don't assume the insurance company knows what you know. Give the trucking insurance company what they need and close that information gap. This next claim mistake often costs truck accident victims an enormous amount of money. After you're done with your medical treatment, you're ready to settle your injury claim. I know it's good news. I usually recommend asking the truck driver's insurance company to make the first offer. You can then negotiate from there. But a common mistake is that people in truck accidents ask for a settlement that's often way too low, and the insurance adjuster will jump all over that. They won't tell you that they can pay you a sizable amount more. So the ninth mistake is to make the first demand to settle in a truck accident case. In most cases, don't do it. Let them make the first offer. This next mistake can destroy your claim. Although you likely want to get paid fast, be prepared for the process to take time. Insurance companies may delay to wear you down in the hopes you'll settle for less. Patience is key, and if the adjuster gets a sense that you're getting impatient, they've already won. They may write in their claim notes something like, "Claimant seems desperate to settle." Settling too quickly often results in you getting a lower payout. Being patient and persistent ensures you get the compensation you deserve. If necessary, be prepared to sue if they don't offer you a fair settlement. So mistake number 10 is to settle too fast. To understand the 11th mistake, which is the biggest mistake that kills your payout chances, we need to talk about safaris. When people go on a safari in Africa, they go with a guide. They do this because the guide knows where to go and the shortcuts to take. But most importantly, they know what dangers to avoid. A truck accident lawyer is like your guide for your case. They've already seen many cases just like yours. They know the trucking insurance company playbook. They can pick up on one word that an adjuster says that's meaningless to you but crucial to your case. A truck accident attorney knows which insurance company defenses are legit and which are total BS. They can also help you understand the full extent of your damages and fight for a large payout. I see so many truck crash victims not understand the full extent of their injuries, and they often leave thousands of dollars on the table. And the worst part is they don't even know that they're doing it. Speaking with and hiring a truck accident lawyer is often a game changer in truck collision cases. So mistake number 11 is not to speak and hire a truck accident attorney. Avoiding these mistakes will increase your odds at getting a large payout, but it's not going to give you the life-changing money that you want. And that's because you still need to estimate how much your truck accident case is worth. Otherwise, you'll have no idea as to what's fair. I reveal how to calculate the value of your truck accident case in the video that's on screen, link in the description below, so watch it now. And if you've been injured in a truck accident in Florida, click the link in the description below to see if I could be the lawyer for you.